let's take a patient who's just been told, and there's a lot of them, and there's many of them here today, that many after I spoke last night told me, who've just been diagnosed with something like cancer, something, a severe heart disease and so on. What would you recommend to them?
The first thing I'd recommend is to recognize this, is that, for example, especially, let's say heart disease, because that one right off is a great one. 90% or more of all cardiovascular patients, the whole thing is only due to lifestyle. And Dean Ornish from San Francisco actually revealed this in many studies. He said, look, rather than giving conventional medication, which all my other cardiac physicians are doing, what I'm going to do is take a group of patients and teach them a better nutritional diet system, teach them stress reduction techniques, meditation techniques. Didn't give them any medication, compared that to his regular group of patients receiving drugs. Here was the result. Well, patients, cardiovascular patients on drugs, the best that the physician really hopes for is that the drugs will stop the degeneration, and they call that success. Dean Ornish's group, which took no drugs, not only stopped the degeneration, they went beyond that. They actually regenerated the heart tissue. And the relevance about this is that we all have the ability to regenerate our tissues and organs, because every one of us is completely filled with stem cells. And why that's important is stem cells will repair any tissue damage in your body. And the problem, though, is then why are we giving all of our stem cell research to the pharmaceutical industry so they could figure out how to make them work? My joke, which I think, is that they want us to believe that God gave us stem cells and no way to make them work until the pharmaceutical company figures it out. But it's really, more precisely, a stem cell, like every other cell in your body, is based, its operation is based on the environment or the perception of the environment. The stem cell's environment is reflected in the perception of the patient. When a patient hears that they cannot heal themselves, when there's something that's terminal, or any of these other issues, that perception alone can stop the entire healing process right there and set themselves up. Even if they get a date that they're going to die, this becomes a perceptual program, and the system will ultimately lead to a death on or near the specific date.
I was blessed back. Go ahead, Summer.
Oh, I just wanted to clarify for members of the audience who are listening and thinking stem cells. You don't mean embryonic stem cells. You don't mean that. You mean we all have our own internal
every one of us
already floating around, actively generating.
Absolutely. Here's a simple reason why. Every day we lose billions and billions of our, that sounds like Carl Sagan, billions and billions of our cells are dying every day just out of use and old age. And every day we replace billions and billions of cells. Well, what do they get, who replaces them? And the answer is we have what are called adult stem cells, because they're stem cells in an adult, but they're the same as a child's stem cells, which are essentially the same as an embryonic stem cell. Your body has these reserve cells, and the understanding of these reserve cells is that they will repair or replace anything that your intention is focused on. But if your intention has already been diverted, because you say, well, I can't heal that because I was told no one can heal that. No one can regenerate heart tissue. That's what we're told. Guess what? Now we know heart tissue regenerates, and people are regenerating heart tissue. We were told brain cells don't regenerate. We now know that this is totally false as well, that stem cells can repair the brain all the time. There is nothing in our body that cannot be repaired. The only limitations are not the cells, but it's the perception that we lead with that says, who are we? We were programmed, and this is the part that the joke and the reality of it. When we were very young, we were born, most of us were born in the presence of a doctor. We grew up in a family, and anytime anybody got sick in a general family, you were told, oh, we got to take so-and-so to the doctor. So we got a program. What was the program? It said, you don't heal yourself, the doctor heals you. And so here's the joke. We have already, the innate system will already heal you without any doctor. But the program says, no, I can't heal myself, the doctor heals me. So guess what? Your thought, your perception says, even if you got something, you got damage and you say you want to heal it, your perception says, no, I don't heal it, I have to go to the doctor. Well, here's the joke. Many people get well on the way to the doctor. And the relevance was simply this. Once you cleared the first hurdle, which you created, then the innate system was able to heal itself. So the really important understanding is most of our limitations have been programmed into us because we've been systematically disempowered in our lives.